live, it's very hard to tell when the video starts, so I just ramble for a few minutes to make sure that I'm on camera. So how are you today? This end, we've got a really sunny day here in Sussex, and oh, it does make a big difference. So I hope wherever you are, you're finding something that brings you a little bit of joy today. And in yesterday, I tried to do this thing where I said it would be a 3 minute tip at three, and it was 6 minutes. So I'm not going to say how long it's going to be because it seems too much and too rushed. And one thing a lot of us have at the minute is a little bit more time. So welcome. Thank you for joining me on the live. Hoping you can hear me all right. And if you can't, please let me know. And today I wanted to address or to give some advice to those of you who are thinking about growing food for the first time. So this is probably a little basic for you experienced gardeners, but the question I wanted to answer today was, should I grow lettuce as a beginner? And I'll give you a preview of the answer now. What do you think it's going to be? Well, the answer is going to be yes, but let me try and tell you why I think it's a good crop to start out with. So let's see. So growing lettuce is one of the first things that I got into once I got beyond growing a few tomatoes in a pot, and it's been a really great experience. I was lucky enough to find Charles Dowding's channel on YouTube, and that is really where I've learned anything that I tell you here is from him. He's an amazing gardener. And the reason I think it's good to think about lettuce is that it's an easy one to grow. It's very cheap in terms of seeds, and in the seed packet you get absolutely loads of seeds. So when you're first starting out, you might find you overwater your seeds or the sun blasts them and they die, and all of that is just part of learning. But what's great about lettuce is that you've got so many seeds, you can just start again and again and again until eventually you kind of get a sense of how to do this thing. It's not hard to grow actually, so you won't have to do it too many times, but we all do make mistakes. So lettuce is a great one to start with, and this is one of the beds that I've got here growing my lettuce. And let's see if we can move forward in this slide. There we go. So with lettuce, if you are thinking about it, you can grow it in the ground, you can grow it in a raised bed, you can grow it in a container or grow bag. So it's one of those crops that don't think that you can't grow it because you haven't got a big garden. You can grow them in containers, and I do often grow extra ones in a kind of trough-like container that I have that's on sticks, on legs, and that helps with the slugs not having or having a very long journey to get at them. But let's not talk about slugs today. Today's a lovely sunny day. So yeah, you can grow them anywhere. So any of you could have a go at growing lettuce, and you don't need to grow loads to have a lengthy crop if you use this method that I'm talking about. So the bed I'm growing in is 1 metre times 1 metre, the one I'll show you in a minute, and I'm only using half of that for lettuce. And the method I use is using this picking lettuce method, and there's a little video at the end here that will show you me picking the lettuce so you can get a sense of that. But basically I'm sowing once, I'm sowing now, I've got some seedlings going now, and I'll be picking from the lettuce that grow from these plants till about June probably, depending on the weather. So instead of having to constantly raise seeds, if you use this method, you can just go out. If you're a big family, you can do a big pick of lettuce leaves. If you're just living on your own, or there's just a couple of you like us, you can just pick a few. So you're much less likely to have waste or have those slimy bags of lettuce in the fridge if you do your own, not to mention it being just so much nicer. So here's what I picked this morning. So this is literally at 7 o'clock this morning. There's my bed, and you can see the front half of it there has got 2 rows of lettuce, and that's 1 metre across, and I've got 3 of the bright green winter marvel in that second row, and 3 of a lettuce called red Grenoble at the front here, the more reddish one, and that makes a really lovely mix. And the other plants aren't lettuce, we'll talk about those another day. So you can see that even in a quite a small bed that you can get quite a lot of lettuce in. And I've been growing these throughout winter, and I hope we're through this crisis by then, but who knows. But lettuce can be grown through the winter too, so it's a great thing to learn while it's easy to grow. So if you get into this lettuce thing, you'll be like me and having fresh lettuce right through winter. There's nothing like it. You need a little bit of cover making, but more on that another time. So there's my lettuce bed this morning, and if you kind of keep an eye on this now and have a look at those lettuce in the front row, I'll show you what it looked like after I'd picked the lettuce leaves this morning. So there it is. So that's exactly the same, just 10 minutes later. I've taken another photo and you can see that the lettuce are now much smaller. So I've picked all of the outer leaves and left the inner leaves to grow on. And at this time of the year, it's getting lighter outside. Your plants really need light, not just warmth. And they will start regrowing really quickly now. And so they'll be up and ready for another pick in a week or two, I should imagine, depending on the weather. But there you are. I mean, it's as easy as that. So I'll go back and forth again so you can see. Keep an eye on the lettuce. There they are before I picked them. And they are after I picked them. And really simple job. And I ended up on this pick with just those 6 lettuce with 205 grams of lettuce leaves. And let's see, yeah, I just went onto the Tesco website and had a look at what I think is a standard bag of lettuce. So I think that's a standard bag. It says 90 grams. So just picking from those 6 lettuce this morning, I got more than double of those standard bags. So you get quite a big crop if you do it this way. You can, of course, grow lettuce for heads and sort of cut them off and bring them in as a whole. But I love this picking lettuce method. It works much better for my lifestyle anyway. And not a lot of people know about it. It's different from cut and come again. These lettuce last far longer than a couple of kind of snips for those salad leaves that you use for cut and come again. And they will go on for quite a while regrowing before they eventually go to seed. So I think the answer, as I said at the beginning, to the question, should I grow lettuce, is yes. If you're a complete beginner, you can do this. As even if you've just got a container, you can grow some lettuce. There are videos on my channel, Charles Dowding's channel, lots of places around to teach you how to do it. It's very simple. Don't be intimidated. Get yourself some compost, vermiculite, something to grow it in, and off you go. It's a perfect time of year, as I said in my other video, so don't worry. You can actually start growing lettuce any time, to be honest. So but right now we're just coming to the growing season and they don't mind the cold, so they're a good one to get on with now. They're happier in the cold than tomatoes, which can really struggle with it. So I hope that's useful for you. And I'm going to, oh, hello, I've just got a thumbs up. Whoever you are, I can't see the comments today, but I did see a thumbs up. So thank you for that. That's really nice. And I'm going to leave you with a little video showing you how I pick the lettuce. So I'm hoping now that this works and I can just leave you with a short bit of video showing me actually taking the leaves off the lettuce live from this morning at 7 a.m. So here we go, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. There they are. So I'm just kind of going into the lettuce and giving it a little twist and taking off those outer leaves. And it's as simple as that. That's how you end up doing your lettuce pick. While you're there, you can pick out any weeds that are growing. You don't get that many actually using this no-dig method of gardening. And if you listen, hopefully you can hear the crunch of the lettuce. And there it is. Beginning of this morning's pick. So thank you for coming. Thank you for joining me. I hope this is useful and I look forward to hearing from you about your letters adventures. So if you've got any letters tips or you've got ideas or questions about letters, please do make a comment below because I'll check this again once it's all gone live and I'll try and respond as best I can to any questions or point you to someone else who might know the answer. Okay, see you next time.